I'm Elaine Baxter-Trahair, and I'm the General Manager of Toronto Children's Services. I'm pleased to share with you important updates about childcare in Toronto. As you know, licensed childcare in this city is a vital service for many Toronto families. It allows parents to work, go to school, or attend training programs. It also provides children with rich learning experiences that help advance their development through their childhood years. Despite providing such an important service, the childcare system in Toronto is currently difficult for many families to access. That's why we're working closely with many community partners, school boards, and other levels of government to improve both the availability and the affordability of childcare in Toronto. As you may have heard, Toronto City Council has approved the city's 2017 operating budget. Through this budget, Council approved several new investments in childcare, including 300 additional childcare fee subsidies, the design and ongoing construction of 17 new childcare centres, and improved online services for families. Children's Services will continue to fund the childcare occupancy grants for school boards for the remainder of 2017. For more information about what was included in the budget, you can visit toronto.ca/budget. A significant focus of the service plan is to improve the availability of childcare in Toronto. Significant expansions are currently underway. In 2016, over 3,200 additional licensed childcare spaces were created across Toronto, including over 800 spaces for infants and toddlers. 44 before and after school programs were also either created or expanded, with an additional 17 new programs for kindergarten children. City Council also approved a substantial investment of over $53 million to ensure that the growth continues. This investment will help build 20 new childcare centres across Toronto by 2025. The province has also announced significant investments by committing to creating 100,000 new spaces across Ontario. And the federal government has committed $500 million to childcare to create a national childcare strategy and an Indigenous strategy. All of this is good news for childcare. However, we know that more needs to be done. In the fall, we released findings from an affordability and demand study of childcare in Toronto. The study clearly emphasized that in addition to creating more spaces, we need to make spaces more affordable for families. You can find out more about this study and the findings on our website. In response to the findings, we will be going to Council in April with a recommended 10-year growth strategy. This strategy will propose how we can effectively expand childcare in Toronto in a more affordable way. The strategy will also outline the required investments from all three levels of government. In 2015, City Council approved a new model for funding childcare in Toronto. This new model aims to make funding more equitable for childcare operators across the city. It also helps operators to maintain the quality, affordability, and professionalism of their childcare programs. After lots of planning and meetings with many of you, we launched the new model in January of this year. In addition to focusing on expanding and funding the system, we have also made strides in improving how we plan and deliver services for children and families. Raising the Village was launched last year. This initiative from the Toronto Child and Family Network brings together data and research that will allow all of us to improve the well-being of children and families in Toronto. This wealth of information identifies the areas where children and families are doing well, along with areas that can be improved. Please visit toronto.ca/raisingthevillage to learn more, or follow on Twitter through TO Child Outcomes. We are also continuing to work with childcare operators to assess and support the quality of licensed childcare programs in Toronto. In 2016, a total of 739 centres were assessed. You can find quality results for centres by visiting toronto.ca/children/childcare. In addition to assessments, 2 professional development conferences and 152 additional professional development sessions were provided by Children's Services and our partners last year. Since 2014, we have seen a 20% increase in the number of centres rated at the highest level of quality. You may have heard about the exciting transformation of the Ontario Early Years Child and Family Centres. Last year, the province announced that management of these centres would be transferred from the province to the city. Currently, we are working together with our partners and the community to develop a system that will ensure programs are equitable, accessible, and of high quality. We continue to work together with our partners to ensure that childcare services are inclusive for all families. In 2015, we completed a review of the Every Child Belongs model. This review identified a number of ways to strengthen services for children with special needs. We have been implementing several improvements. In 2016, we made it easier for childcare providers to request support from our special needs resource staff by launching a new referral system and making helpful resources available for childcare providers through the website. We also increased the number of behavioral therapists and French language services for children with special needs. Other improvements are also happening. You can learn more by visiting our website. Together with our community partners, we are continuing to help childcare services respond to the cultural needs and preferences of Toronto's Indigenous families. For example, along with the Aboriginal Advisory and Planning Committee and our other partners, we launched the One Dish, One Spoon event. This event brought together service providers to build capacity to better support Indigenous children and families. We also launched the new Access for Indigenous Families team. This team helps connect families with fee subsidy applications and other services and supports. If you'd like to learn more about this new team, please contact your local Children's Services District office. I hope this video has provided you with helpful updates. There are indeed many changes happening throughout Toronto's child and family service system, and we will continue to provide updates on our website and through videos like this one. We also use our social media sites to share important information as well as helpful tips, resources, and articles for parents and families. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date. As always, we welcome your feedback on the services we provide. To share your feedback, please visit toronto.ca/children/feedback. Thank you very much.